Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent angels down. But when Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was asked by Jibreel alayhi salam, who are the most virtuous from amongst the Sahaba? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said, those that are the participants of Badr. They the most virtuous. Then Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam asked Jibreel, "O Jibreel, who's the most virtuous from amongst the angels?" Jibreel said, even from amongst the angels, the most virtuous are those that participated in Badr. Those that participated in Badr from amongst the Sahaba, from amongst the angels, they were also known as the most powerful. With regards to this also, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he made a special dua, and this was his connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that he had the right to say these words, إن تهلك هذه العصابة فلن تعبد. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said that if this group of 313 have to die tomorrow on the battlefield, if this group of 313 have to die on the battlefield tomorrow, the name of Allah will never be taken until the day of Qiyamah. Because the whole reality of Islam would have been destroyed. Everything of Islam would have been destroyed. So what happened was, when Rasulullah ﷺ came to Medina Munawwara, the Quraysh, they decided they want to destroy Islam. Abu Sufyan made a call in Makkah Mukarramah. He wants to collect the wealth of a few people. Whoever wants to donate, they will go to Sham. They will buy weapons to destroy the Muslims. Even the women, they sold their jewelry. They gave their gold. And people from their homes, whatever they could donate, they started giving Abu Sufyan so that they can go to Sham, buy some weapons to destroy Islam and to destroy the Muslims in Medina Munawwara. Abu Sufyan went with a caravan of 40 people. 40 people, they went to Sham. They purchased all the weapons and they were on their journey back from Sham coming to Makkah Mukarramah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam heard about this. He was in the masjid with the Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala anhum ajma'in. He said, Abu Sufyan is coming back. He's buying weapons to destroy us. Let's intercept the caravan on the way while they're coming to Makkah. There are only 40 of them. 40 of them. We are many of us. We can intercept the caravan and we can take those weapons for us because they're going to use it against us. Rasulullah ﷺ told the Sahaba, everyone should get ready and be leaving in battle immediately. No one is going home, no preparation will take place, no one has time to prepare to go in the path of Allah. The call is made to go immediately in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So whoever was in the masjid had to stand up and they had to leave immediately. As they started and they stood up, Rasulullah ﷺ gave the command, if anyone's animal is in the radius of 3 miles close to the masjid, then he can take his animal. If his animal is grazing further away, he should leave his animal and we are going to continue. So the Sahaba got ready and they started moving. 313, 315 or 317. These are the narrations, variation of narrations. Anyways, they came out. And as they started going, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam said to Uthman radiallahu ta'ala, "Oh Uthman, you go back. Go back to Medina. You don't join us on this journey." Because his wife was the daughter of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Ruqayya radiallahu ta'ala anha. She was extremely sick. She had a sickness, what we will call smallpox or pimples that were coming out in a very bad manner. She was about to pass away. Go back to Medina and take care of your wife. He also told Usama radiallahu ta'ala anhu, go back with Uthman radiallahu ta'ala anhu to help him. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam proceeded and Abu Sufyan was coming with his caravan down. Abu Sufyan was an extremely intelligent person. He was known as Dahiyatul Arab, the most skillful person amongst the Arabs. A very well person in many skills. He knew the people of Medina, they might try and attack us. He knew that. So as he was coming down, he was sending people on the right as a scout, on the left as a scout, behind, in front to see no one should attack us, because this was a precious weapons that they had for the people of Makkah and were supposed to use against Rasulullah ﷺ and the Sahaba. They came to one well and they drank some water. When they came to the well, they saw the droppings of a camel. The droppings of a camel was at the well. Abu Sufyan told one person, take the droppings and open the dung. When they opened the dung, he seen there was a seed, the date pit from Medina Munawwara. There was a date pit from Medina Munawwara. Abu Sufyan said, the people of Medina are after us. So they started moving towards Yambu. Yambu is towards the western side, the coast, the ocean. He sent one person, Damdam, towards Makkah Mukarramah in a very fast horse to alert them, the people of Medina are here to attack us. They want to take our goods, and we are on the way very quickly. Day and night he ran their camels so that he can come to Makkah. When they came to Makkah, Abu Jahl made an announcement, we need an army very strong, we're going to attack the Sahaba that have come out, and we want everyone to come. They will be ill-equipped, they don't have sufficient weapons. We'll take our weapons, we'll take our singing girls, we'll take our camels, we'll slaughter the animals after we get victory, and we'll eat and we'll party and we'll merry-make because victory is in our hand. When they came to Makkah, Abu Sufyan was safe. Nothing happened to him. He ran away, he made a plan and he came to Makkah. Hakim bin Hizam radiallahu ta'ala, at that time he was not a Muslim. Hakim bin Hizam told the people, you wanted to fight, now our caravan is safe, we don't need to go fight. Abu Jahl said, no, everyone should go immediately to fight. We should go, we should attack the Rasulullah and the Sahaba. 1,000 of them got ready and they went to fight Rasulullah and Sahaba in the area of Badr. In the area of Badr. When Rasulullah came to the area of Badr, he came to the space, he asked the Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala, after they seen the disbelievers, 1,000 fully equipped, the Sahaba only had 2 horses. 2 horses. 313 of them, 2 horses. 70 camels. 70 camels. 9 coats of armor. 6 or 9 coats. Difference of narrations. 6 or 9 coats of armor. And they had 8 swords. But the Sahaba, only 8 swords. And the disbelievers, 1,000 strong. 100 horses. 700 camels, 600 swords that they had, fully equipped to their teeth. Rasulullah asked the question, the 2 horses, one belonged to Miqdad bin Aswad, the other one Zubair bin Awam radiallahu ta'ala. Rasulullah asked the question, are you ready to fight? Are we ready to go into battle, to engage in war? So Miqdad radiallahu ta'ala from the Sahaba, he came forward and he spoke. He said, O Nabi of Allah, we will not say like the Bani Israel said to Musa alayhi salam, اذهب أنت وربك فقاتلا إنا هاهنا قاعدون. We will not say like the Bani Israel, you go and fight with your Rabb and we'll sit here and watch. We won't say that. Actually today the whole Muslim ummah, what is happening in Gaza, what is happening in Palestine, is like actually the entire ummah is making this exact statement. اذهب أنت وربك فقاتلا إنا هاهنا قاعدون. Actually the whole ummah today, the whole Muslim ummah, whether we are 1 billion or 1.5 billion, is kind of making that statement. If we're not making that statement, our actions are actually that statement of Bani Israel. Miqdad said, we won't say that which Bani Israel said. What we will say is, you go and we are with you and we will fight with you. We are with you and we will fight with you. We will not say what Bani Israel said. Then Rasulullah asked again, should we go and fight? Should we go and fight? So Sa'ad bin Mu'adh radiallahu ta'ala, he was from the Ansar. You see, Miqdad was from the Muhajirin, from the people of Makkah. They had nothing in Medina. They came, they left everything, they came to Medina. Rasulullah wanted one person from the Ansar to speak. Because the Ansar pledged their allegiance at Aqaba, we will help you, we will protect you when you are in Medina. Badr is outside Medina. So now Sa'ad bin Mu'adh, he stood up, he was the leader. And it is the most amazing words a man has ever said. The most amazing words, the most powerful words that a man has said. He said, O Nabi of Allah, we believed in you. We said every word that you say is truthful. Revelation came, we took every word of revelation. O Nabi of Allah, will protect you, will help you, will assist you, will guard you, will be with you, will give our life for you. O Nabi of Allah, will tell us to run our horses of the mountains, we'll run our horses of the mountains. Tell us to run our horses in the oceans, we'll run our horses in the oceans. Tell us to run our horses in Barqul Ghimad, remote areas. We will run our horses in whichever direction you want. Tell us to join ties, we'll join ties. Tell us to break ties, we'll break ties. Tell us to give wealth, we'll give. Take our wealth, how much ever you want, we will give all the wealth. What you take from us will be more beloved to us than what you leave with us. O Nabi of Allah, we will go forward and not one single person from amongst the Ansar will be left behind. We'll never turn back again. We'll never go on our ankles. We'll take every arrow in our face. You won't see a single one of us that the arrow is in our back. Every single one will give their life. Words that were the most amazing. Most amazing. It gave courage to the Sahaba. It gave courage to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It was this night, the 17th of Ramadan. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that entire night, he sat on the musalla, he stood on the musalla. The ulama say, don't look at the battlefield. Look at the night before the battlefield, where the Sahaba were, where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was. The entire night he just said, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum bi rahmatika astaghith. Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum bi rahmatika. His shawl was falling off him. Abu Bakr was picking it up and saying, O Nabi of Allah, Allah has heard you. O Nabi of Allah, Allah. He said, no, I need Allah's help. He said, O Nabi of Allah, Allah has heard you. Allah has heard you. He was saying, Ya Hayyu Ya Qayyum bi rahmatika nastaghith, again and again, calling for Allah's help and assistance. Then he told the Sahaba, Abu Jahl will die here. He put his stick in the ground. He said, Utbah, he'll die here. He showed the spot where he will die. He said, Shayba, he'll die here. Walid, he'll die here. All the kuffar from amongst the Makkah people, the leaders, he put the spots in the ground. He said, this is exact. The next day they were on that spot where Rasulullah put the stick and they were dead. When the next day the battle ensued, the Sahaba came forward when they wanted to fight in the battlefield. It's a lengthy story, we've got a few minutes to discuss it. When the Sahaba went forward, there was a weird sound of a wind blowing, a sound of a wind. The Sahaba asked, O Nabi of Allah, what's the sound? We never heard the sound before. Rasulullah said, Jibreel alayhi salam has come down with an army of angels to assist us. After a little while again, there was a weird sound of sound like a wind is blowing. They said, O Nabi of Allah, what has happened? He said, Mikail alayhi salam has come down with an assistance of angels from the heaven to assist the Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala anhu ajma'in. And it was in the previous time when the angels used to come. The angels came before, and the angels will always come until the day of Qiyamah to help the believers. But generally the angels don't fight. Generally the angels don't fight. One or two cases you will find. But generally the angels come to create awe in the disbelievers. But in the battle of Badr, the angels fought. The angels chopped people's necks off. إِذْ يُوحِي رَبُّكَ إِلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ أَنِّي مَعَكُمْ فَثَبِّتُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا سَأُلْقِي فِي قُلُوبِ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا الرُّعْبَ فَاضْرِبُوا فَوْقَ الْأَعْنَاقِ. Allah says, إِذْ يُوحِي رَبُّكَ. We put wahi and we send revelation to the angels. The angels never knew how to kill people, how to cut their necks. Allah said, فَاضْرِبْ. Allah told them that you have to cut them from their neck or cut their hands. These were the two commands Allah gave the angels. And this is how Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala assisted the Muslims in the battle of Badr. They had nothing. They were 313, 86 muhajirin. 86 muhajirin. 64 from amongst the Aus tribe from Medina Munawwara. 227 in total from the Ansar. 64 from the Aus tribe, the balance 163 of them from the Khazraj tribe. In total a small group of people. But Allah's help and assistance came with the Sahaba radiallahu ta'ala. They were victorious in the battle of Badr. And with the little equipment that they had, Allah's assistance came and became sufficient for them. That's why Moulana Muhammad Yusuf rahmatullah alayhi used to say, Hum lakhon ki taadad nahi chahte, hum to sirf 313 chahte. He said, we don't need hundreds and thousands of Muslims in the world, but we need 313 that are like Badr. We need that 313 that are like the Sahaba of Badr, on which Allah's direct assistance came down. and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave victory to the Sahaba. This is a very unique story of the Battle of Badr, a decisive battle in the history of Islam, in which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's assistance came down. And the kuffar were totally vanquished. They never had anything to stand on. They ran away for their lives, and they were all standing. Most of their leaders were on the floor. In the beginning of the battle, there was combat. Combat took place. Then the general battle. In the combat also, when they started the battle, Utbah came out, and Shayba and Walid. There used to be one-on-one battle in the beginning of the battlefield, before the regular battle takes place. When Utbah came out, from the other side, Auf bin Afra and Muawwad bin Afra. Afra radiallahu ta'ala anha was a Sahabiya of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. 7 of her sons participated in Badr. One woman with 7 sons that participated in the battle of Badr. 2 of her sons, and Abdullah bin Rawaha, they were all wearing some helmets. So Utbah asked, who's this? They said, this is Auf, and this is Muawwad, and this is Abdullah. He said, but they from the Ansar. They are honorable people, send them back. Let our people come. You see why Badr was special? Because the side was disbelievers, the side were Muslims. But you know who was there? The father was this side, the son was this side. The brother was this side, the other brother was this side. The uncle was this side, the nephew was this side. The father-in-law was here, the son-in-law was here. When you saw the other side, it was your own brother. You had to cut his neck off, you had to kill him. It was your own father, it was your own son. That's why Badr was a decisive battle. It was very challenging. 14 Sahaba passed away. 14 Sahaba, 6 from the Muhajirin, 8 from the Ansar, and from amongst the disbelievers, 70 of them were killed. It is the decisive battle in Islam in which the decision was made for Haqq until the day of Qiyamah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the tawfiq of understanding.